I've always been a big believer in working smarter, not harder. And that's why my team and I developed SalesPipe. Let's face it, leads are the lifeblood of your mortgage business. But there are so many different ways you can generate leads. Whether it's your website, Facebook, pay-per-click, Zillow leads, open houses, the list goes on and on. And you've probably been hit up by every single lead vendor out there trying to sell you the world. I have great news for you. I'm not here to sell you leads. What happens after a new lead arrives is what separates successful loan officers from the rest of the pack. Jim Rohn is famous for this quote, "The fortune is in the follow-up." And if you've been in sales for more than 5 minutes, you know this to be the case. Consider this fact for a moment. 95% of converted leads are contacted by the 6th call attempt. But sadly, many loan officers give up after that very first call. This just means that you're leaving money on the table. Now I hear you. I know what you're thinking. In theory, it sounds great to have a consistent follow-up schedule, but it's not always possible to follow that. You get busy, your staff gets busy, people get sick. We have surprises in our day that make it impossible to personally reach out to everyone. And quite honestly, that is why we created SalesPipe. SalesPipe gives you the ability to communicate with your clients and prospects using 3 different communication channels. Your campaigns can include emails, text messages, and ringless voicemail. Now, by utilizing 3 different communication methods, we're able to communicate with prospects the way they want. There are certain prospects that prefer to communicate via email, some that prefer the phone calls, and we're finding that the most popular communication method is text messaging. When creating a follow-up schedule, timing and consistency are key. Now that we've covered the basics of just lead follow-up in general, let's take a look at SalesPipe in action. All right, so here we are on the dashboard of SalesPipe, and this is going to show you a quick snapshot of what's going on in your business. This first column right here, this is going to show your overall campaign performance, how many contacts a system has reached out to on your behalf, as well as how many contacts have responded. And this is going to be a great indicator to tell you if your campaigns and messaging is working or if it needs some tweaks. Now keep in mind, this is just a dummy account, so the numbers are very small. Now this second column right here, this is your visual sales pipeline. All these stages are completely editable to match the way you manage prospects in your business. And this visual sales pipeline allows you to easily organize your prospects based off where they are in your sales cycle. You can even attach a deal value to each prospect to understand your potential commissions. And you can see that right here. Finally, this third column right here, this allows you to see a list of activities or reminders you have scheduled for the day. You can also easily view a list of all your upcoming activities and tasks right here. Now let's take a look at how easy it is to build a marketing and follow-up campaign in the system. Now keep in mind that we have a ton of different pre-built loan officer campaigns already in this system ready to go. So if you don't want to have to think about the messaging or the sequences, they can be preloaded right in your account. Here are just a few of those campaigns right here. New mortgage lead campaigns, campaigns for lost leads, clients you want to reach out to for a review, VA loan lead follow-up. So there's quite a few campaigns in here that you can use right out of the box. It's also important to note that SalesPipe is designed to be used with a variety of lead sources. So whether you're generating leads on Facebook or pay-per-click or you're buying leads, you can have those leads directly transferred into our system, triggering automated campaigns. So let's take a deeper look at our campaign builder now. If you wanted to build out a campaign sequence, you would simply go to New Campaign. You could choose any one of our pre-built templates right here, or you can start from scratch. Now in this scenario, let me just grab one as an example. In this example, I'm going to grab our new mortgage lead campaign. There it is right here. All right, so as you can see, the system has preloaded all the messages that are part of this campaign. Right off the bat, you can see if a new lead is added to this campaign, they're going to get a text and an email from you. 4 minutes later, if they still haven't responded, they're going to get another text from you. Day 3, our system is going to send out an email and a text. Day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, and so on. You can see that our system continues to follow up with this lead until they respond back to you. Now, the reality is if you are trying to stick to a follow-up schedule like this on your own manually, at some point that lead is going to slip through the cracks. That's why it's so important to use automation with a system like SalesPipe. Once a prospect actually responds back, you know that they're truly interested in your services, and at that point you can take the conversation live. By using this method, you're able to weed out the tire kickers and focus your energy only on the people who are truly interested in getting a loan. This particular campaign automatically follows up for 27 days. And this is huge because it typically takes 7 contacts to reach a prospect. But most loan officers are too busy to personally follow up, even beyond the first attempt. And keep in mind, all of these campaigns can be edited and personalized to meet your exact needs. Now let's take a look at what happens when a contact responds to one of your messages. Now, if someone responds, you're going to get notified in real time. And let me show you what it looks like on a contact's actual screen. Let's go over and pull up a contact. We'll pull up Kristen Grimm for an example. All right, so here we are in Kristen's contact page. The first thing you're going to see right here is all the information that came through from her lead. You are also going to be able to see an entire conversation history. So any message that you ever sent out to Kristen is going to appear right here on the left-hand side. And as she responds back to you, her messages will appear here on the right. Now let's say you want to keep this conversation going. You could send an email to Kristen, you could send a text message, a ringless voicemail, or an MMS message back. There are several other features on this page that I wanted to bring to your attention. So let's say based off your conversation with Kristen, she's going to progress through your sales process. You could update her stage right here. You also have the ability to change the campaign she's on. Now, based on that conversation with Kristen, it may make sense to remove her from the current automation and start sending her new messages. And you can do that right here. You also have the ability to add notes to the contact and even schedule activities with her. Each contact screen is going to give you all the information that you need to know about that particular prospect to close the deal. There are a lot more bells and whistles that I can show you in our system, but in an effort to keep this demo short, I'm going to end it here. If you like what you've seen so far, feel free to take advantage of our 7-day trial below this video, or you can schedule a live demo for a more in-depth look at our system and how it can help you close more loans in 2019. Take care.